Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to do eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos and sometimes the occasional random video that I throw out there. But if that's content that you are interested in, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And I am wearing a wig from Amazon. I thought, since I was reviewing the Huda Beauty Color Block palettes. So these are her new Obsessions palettes, I think are what the little 9 pans are called. I thought to myself, well actually I didn't think to myself, Miscellaneous posted on Instagram that these palettes gave off Scooby-Doo vibes, and ever since then I couldn't unsee it. So I was like, what wig would bring the Scooby-Doo vibes home even more? And so this is my closest thing I have to a Daphne wig. I know her hair is like technically a lighter red. It's more of an orange. I will link that Instagram account down below because she actually does really cool comparison like pictures. So when new palettes come out, she kind of compares the color story. Not to say dupes, but like similar vibes. So, you know, if there's a palette that is new and coming out and you look at it and then you go, wow, I have 6 of the palettes that she compared to say it has like a similar color story, not exactly the same but very close. So like, do I really need it? So anyways, I will make sure to link her Instagram account down below for anyone that's interested. You should check it out. I love her account. Typically I see her posting that and I go, oh wow, I have pretty much every palette that she's comparing this palette to. And I go, but I love all of those palettes, so I'm gonna buy it anyway. So I don't heed her advice, but not advice, she doesn't give advice. She just gives comparisons so that you can make your own decision. So anyways, that's was a tangent. So if you are interested in watching me review and do a look with each of these palettes, then you should go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I know people hate watching people like tuck hair for wigs, and I did not like glue this wig down. I just kind of threw it on because this is a very informal video. I am at my house by myself, so nobody gives shit about what I look like. And by nobody I mean me. I'm nobody. What am I doing? I don't typically show when I prime my eyelids, but I did want to point out priming my eyelids more this time because I'm using my Nars Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. And the reason I'm going for, because usually I use my Smashbox one, but it's not tinted. That's a really good eyeshadow primer, but it just doesn't have like a pigmented base to it. And since there are neon bright shadows in these palettes, I wanted a tinted base because I feel like it'll help those pop more. This isn't like a pure white. If you did a white base, that would help even more. But I don't have a white eyeshadow base because I did that one time and it really freaked me out. And I was like, never again. I do have the About Face Matte White Eyeshadow Paint, but I don't know how shadows perform on top of that. So I don't really want to use that for a review. And this Nars Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base is actually a pretty solid eyeshadow primer. I would say it's my second favorite. The Smashbox one is obviously my favorite. That's the one I use all the time. But I would say the Nars one is a close second. I also like I don't mind the Urban Decay one. But if I had to choose between that one and the Smashbox one, I'd pick the Smashbox one, and there's not really a huge difference between the two. Okay. So let's open these bad boys up. I know most eyeshadow palette like review channels are like, I haven't watched anybody else's review because I didn't want to be swayed and I wanted to give like my own genuine opinion. I am not that person. I can't do it. I watch every single video that comes across like my subscription feed. I'm like, oh cool, I bought those. Let me see what they think. So I have watched multiple videos. I've seen that people like the blue and yellow one. They do not like the orange and purple one, which makes me sad because if you've seen it on Instagram, I have complained every single time ColourPop has launched a like NBA palette that they haven't launched a Phoenix Suns one, because the Phoenix Suns were in the NBA Finals last year, and they're the #1 team in the league this year as far as like go like from the regular season. Anyways, what the heck? So they launched this and I'm like, oh my god, it's a Phoenix Suns palette. It's the Phoenix Suns palette that I've been waiting for. So anywho, yeah, so I'm upset about it. Ooh, okay, I haven't even swatched this yet. Let's go. Okay. All right, so this is the purple and orange one. I have watched review videos and everybody that I've watched has hated this purple matte shade. They said the rest of the palette is fine, but that purple matte shade is apparently a huge dud. Every time I hear the word dud, I think of Chandler Bing in Friends, obviously, Chandler Bing. But when he talks about Rachel's boss, Joanna, and he's like, she's a big, dull dud. Okay, anyways. So this has a 24-month open jar. So now that I've opened it, I can use it for 24 months before it hits its expiration-ish. Does anybody know, like, is open jar, is it actually the expiration? It's like the recommended time for use, right? So like if your eyes get messed up because you're using it outside of that, they're like, we warned you. I think that's more what it is. Made in China. I don't know what else I usually look for on here. It doesn't say vegan or cruelty free. There is there is mica and talc in both palettes. Those are ingredients. Okay. So yeah, all right, so that was the purple and orange one. The cool thing about these palettes is they actually each have a cake liner in them, which I think is fun. I love cake liners. I'm all about them lately. So then this is the blue and yellow one. So now here is my conspiracy, because this blue and yellow one, it's actually blue, yellow, and green, which are they like tertiary colors? Like they are blending into each other. Whereas in this palette, you have purple and orange, which are complementary colors, meaning they're on opposite sides of the color wheel. So they are not going to blend into each other, and you don't have any shade in here that's gonna help them blend into each other. So realistically, you're not gonna be able to blend the purple and the orange into each other. That's not gonna be a thing. So you're either gonna do like an orange look with the cake liner to add the purple, or like a purple shimmer or something. Like you're not going to be able to blend these. You're going to have to purposefully make it like an abstract, more graphic look, because they will not blend together. Whereas this one, in theory, you should be able to blend all of that together. So I do think that's like probably a big difference. That being said, I'm going to do one look on each eye. I don't know how I'm going to go with this purple matte, because honestly, like, I've watched enough I've watched multiple videos where everybody hates it, and so like, do I really want to waste my time and energy on a look that I know is going to go south because I use an eyeshadow shade that everybody says is crap? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyways, I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to start with the purple and orange one. I'm going to do that. So let me close this little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start with the purple and orange one. And what I think I'm going to do is kind of like an orange, like the 3 orange shades to do sort of like a smoky eye, but then this purple matte. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to go purple matte as like a matte inner corner. And then I'll do this orange shimmer like all over the lid. And then we'll do the cake liner. And then maybe I'll work in the purple matte and the purple shimmers onto the lower lash line. So we can still try the purple matte shadow. Anyways, okay, so typically for smoky eye, I like to go darkest shade and then blend out. So I'm gonna need a packer brush. Use the color switch on this brush, so I think it's clean. So we're gonna go in with this top shade. I will say, okay, this is a beauty YouTuber problem, but like, I hate when palettes don't have like eyeshadow names, because then I'm like and then I'm also kind of a freak, and I keep track in a note in my notes app on my phone. Am I even filming this? Yes, okay. I keep track on the notes app on my phone that like what eyeshadow shades I use on like what days because I like have pictures of my looks, so then I can reference back to them. And then I also like to try and like use every shade in every palette that I have. Anyways, long story short, I like to keep track of my shades. So usually I'll just pull like the Norvina where I go like A 1 through 3, B 1 through 3, C 1 through 3. Anyways, I'm taking the top right corner shade, which is that darkest orange. I mean, that's a bright orange. That's very pretty. I wouldn't say that that's like Fallout. I think I got a little crazy with it. You know what's funny is I saw these palettes, and I don't know why I'm so shouty today, but anyways, I saw these palettes when they first were announced, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have them. And then I looked at them more and I was like, do I have to have them? I have purple and orange like a million times over in my collection. Like, do I really need a purple and orange palette? And then I was like, yes, I want a Sun's palette. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get the purple and orange, because I don't typically like her Obsessions palettes. Like, I buy them and then I review them, and then that's really the only times I use them. Like, I just don't really reach for them again. So I'm like, all right, it doesn't really make sense for me to buy these. So I'm like, I'll just get the purple and orange one because it's a Sun's one, and that'll be it. And then I saw Miscellaneous's Instagram story where she was like, oh, it's Scooby-Doo vibes. And I'm like, well, now I have to buy both because Scooby-Doo is my favorite. Okay, so now let's do, these are kind of like similar, these lighter oranges. They're like similar in tone, or not tone, they're similar in like depth, but different tones. So it's sort of like, I guess we'll go with this one and then the other one. I don't know if that was, I think I said funny story. Like, was that a funny story? I think that might have just been a story. Okay, so now I'm taking this orange, this like peachy orange. And I didn't tell you guys what brushes I was using. The first brush I used, the first brush I used with the darker orange was the It brushes for Ulta. It's actually a crease brush, but it's like a little bit more flat. I like packing stuff on with it. And then this brush is a Morphe JS5. I know, but I need to go through and declutter my brushes. Anyways, so I'm just blending that. That's really a nice blend. Wow. Okay, these are performing pretty well. I say the two shadows I've used are performing pretty well for how these palettes normally perform. Like, these are reminding me more of how the like nude, rich, light, like that whole collection, because I feel like those were like the really good ones that she said. Last but not least, we're gonna take the lightest orange, or the more like yellowy toned orange, on a very big fluffy brush. This is a ColourPop E15. I am going to just go over. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty. I don't normally like orange eyeshadow, and I'm feeling this. That's very beautiful. And then, where's my inner corner brush? Here's where the magic's gonna happen, maybe. We're gonna go in with this purple lavender, I should say, matte, not the dark purple matte, the lighter one. And we're just going to, oh, that one's pretty. Ooh, I like that shade a lot. Oh my gosh, that is lovely. I am a big fan of that purple. I mean, that's basically, oh, I didn't do the orange shimmer. Okay, so and you do have the split pan. I would be curious if you just like rubbed your finger in both, how that would come out, since those orange and purple don't blend together, but I'm not gonna do that. I think it was Morgan Turner Makeup's review where she said that these actually perform, like some of the shimmers performed better with a finger. So we're gonna see. I'm just gonna spray this ColourPop. It's a random flat brush that I have from ColourPop. And we're just going in with the orange shimmer. Go on, girl, give me nothing. Yeah, that was, okay. I'm going in with my finger now. I haven't even swatched this, so. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, go in with your finger. That's gonna be the ticket right there. Okay, but that orange shade is freaking beautiful. Okay. I wish there was a lighter purple. Like, I wish we had like a lavender shimmer. You know what I mean? Because I would be putting that on the inner corner right now. I'm just gonna tap that all over. I would just leave that right there. That's beautiful. I like that. I am a big fan. All right, I'm going to go back in with that initial brush in the darker orange. Oh my gosh, I love this. And maybe because I'm a Suns fan, but I'm like, I'm literally gonna wear this again. I really like this look. Okay, so let me get some water for this cake liner. So this is a Glam Vice GV14, but they're now VC Beauty. But anyways, we're just going to, I just put some water in like a little palette thing that I have. And then I spread it into the eyeshadow palette, the cake liner shade. I will say, now that I've rubbed it, I can't really tell that it ever said cake liner, so I don't know how, I mean, you can tell that like you've moved your brush around in this, so I feel like you will know what shade the cake liner is. I guess we'll find out once it dries, but I know somebody mentioned that in their review, like, how are you gonna keep track? I love this even more with the purple liner. Like, I'm real happy over here. So far, so good on the cake liner. I mean, it's not really having any issues. So you could just leave this purple here, like this. I think that looked like really pretty. I think it does look really pretty. But like, that's just not my vibe. I'm going to keep going. And we're gonna do like a graphic liner look. So I'm just connecting from like the tail of my wing, and I'm just bringing it up like over my crease basically. What's cool about cake liners is you kind of determine how much water you use. So for some people they like more or less water, you know, so it's kind of nice because you sort of have all the control there. Okay, so I kind of purposely brought it into this purple because I want it to sort of seem like the purple extended out over. But like, I am happy. So this is what I meant when I said like, you can tell that I like swirled my brush in there. So I feel like it's pretty obvious that that's the cake liner. But that could just be me. And now I'm cleaning off this brush because I'm going to use the same brush when we do the other eye look. Okay, and I'm going to switch up from what I normally do, which normally I'll put my whole base makeup on. And then I'll do my, like all of that off camera. But because I'm doing 2 eye looks, I'm going to just clean this up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with the lower lash line over here. So now, because I am a woman of my word, I'm going to do, well, actually, I'm not a woman of my word yet. I need to put some concealer. Okay, so you could have obviously just honestly, you could have left the look without the graphic liner and just had it be like that, like with the oranges. Like you could have left it all matte with just the orange and the purple in the inner corner. Then you could have left it where you added this orange sparkle, like shimmery shade. And then you have like that, like there's 3 looks right there. I'm probably gonna wear each one, depending on the day. You could even do the all matte look with the graphic liner too. Oh my god. For any of you that ever have acrylic nails, have you put necklaces on? Just out of curiosity. Although to be fair, I think me without acrylic nails struggled to put necklaces on, so maybe it's just a me thing and not an acrylic nail thing. There we go. Okay. The shirt's like a large, so I think it's a little bit loose in the neck. Okay, what were we doing? We're putting concealer in. So I'm doing my concealer right now because I want to just get to my eyeshadow base and I don't want to do my whole foundation and all that. So, and I did not prime my base because I'm an idiot, so. And I'm just wearing this at my house, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with that. I don't know if I said which brush this was. This was a ColourPop E10 for the lavender shade on the inner corner because I just got rid of some of it. And I am bringing that across there. Okay, so now don't want to mess up this look with this stupid purple matte that I know is not going to perform well, but I'm going to do it because maybe it will perform well. Ideally, I wouldn't even use this purple matte anyway, but I'm trying to use as many shades as possible since this is a review. And that is what you guys are here for. So this is Milk Cosmetics. This is one of their Beetlejuice brushes. It's a little smudger brush. I'm going to take that dark purple, and I'm just going to run it along my lower lash line. I mean, I don't really feel like it did much of anything. Like as far as enhancing the look, I guess. But it also didn't make it look terrible. Maybe? Okay, so then I need a little bit more fluffy of a brush to blend that out with the lavender shade. Here we go, I'm taking that lavender shade. And this is a Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush. Okay, I'm gonna have to put something in my lower lash line to finish that off, but I'll do that off camera. So now we're moving on to the blue and yellow one. Oh wait, no, that's not true, because I lied to you guys. I said I'd try and put some of these shimmers in here. So hold up, please. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same Beetlejuice brush that I just used. I'm gonna try and grab the purple shimmer that's in the split pan with the orange. I mean, I feel like these split pan shimmers like really give you nothing unless you like dig in there or use your finger. And I'm not about to use my finger on the lower lash line, so. Okay, so I didn't use every shade. I didn't use these two darker purple shimmers, but you could have done those on the lower lash line too. I'm not really sure what you're gonna do with those. I mean, it could be fun to do like just a dark purple shimmer and smoke it out with the lavender shade, and then just do like that pastel orange in the inner corner. That could be a moment. So I'm moving on to the yellow and blue one. I'm obviously gonna go neon yellow in the inner corner. That feels like a must. I almost want to do a halo eye with this one, I think, and go with like the dark blues into like this really like light blue on the lid, and then keep that to the inner corner. Maybe, we'll see. So let me start with the darkest shade again. I will say the cake liner, the purple cake liner, did dry down really fast, and there's not really like cracking or anything, so that's looking good so far. I'm just killing time while I try to figure out a brush. To start out with the Morphe M506, and I'm gonna go in with this deepest blue shade right here. Did you even see that right there? B3, if you will. Okay. And just gonna tap that. This is a very pretty shade. This shade is a little bit patchy. Just a little bit, but it's very pretty. Like, I really like the color of it. I don't know if I have like that pretty of a blue. But yeah, she's a little patchy. And I'm not pulling this all the way in because I know I'm gonna go in with that neon yellow, and so I am just kind of sticking this like right there. Okay, so we've got that, and then I think I'm gonna go with the lighter, because I feel like this blue is pretty like relatively deep too, so I think I'm gonna go in with this blue. Although then I'm like, where am I gonna put the green? Maybe I will go green. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go green and then this blue to like blend this out, and then I'm gonna put these two blues on the lower lash line. Boom. Okay, so what did I just say? Green. All right, I'm gonna take, this is another Milk Cosmetics brush for this. This is the Milk Cosmetics Mini Difuminadora 808 brush. It's like relatively clean. So we're gonna go in with that green matte to just blend this Oh, that green matte is pretty. Wow. Okay, I'm happy with that. Wow, that's really pretty. Like, go off. Go off, Huda. Wow. That's pretty. Honestly, I almost want to just like leave that like that. Like, that's really pretty. I just put it in the middle because I couldn't help myself. That is a very, very pretty shade. Like, you could just work on the blend between that blue and that green, and like that is a light enough green that you could just leave that like that. That is stunning. All right, so this is a Sonia Kashuk Eye crease brush. It's just a fluffy brush. We're going in with that lightest teal shade that's up in the top corner, and we're just gonna blend this out a little bit more. It's kind of fun because these blues, like, they blend together so that you're not like looking like super crazy, but they also still like keep their own, like the blue and green, like they're all keeping their own presence, if that makes sense. Like, it's not just like a blue blob. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm going back in with the green because I want to make sure that stays. Oh, that shade is pretty. I'm really pleased by that green. I love it. Big fan. The green is winning the palette for me. And then I build up the blue a little bit more again. Okay, so then I want to take that, and then we've already learned with the split pans, the finger is better. So I'm just going straight in with my finger to this lightest teal shimmery shade. What? Yeah, we like that. It's pretty. Oh my gosh, I just, God, I just want to leave this. I've discovered that green and blue halo eyes are like low-key my vibe. Every time I do a look with like that's this exact color combo, I'm a big fan. Also, because I'm using my finger, I have zero control because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Let me try and use a little pinky finger so I can get in here a little bit more. I mean, I think that shimmer is really pretty. I need to fix this up a little bit. And you know what? Before things get out of control, I'm going to actually go in with the ColourPop E10 brush and that like neon yellowy shade, because I just want to make sure that I don't forget that that's what my plan was to do. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am really happy with these. And I'm kind of surprised. And maybe this is why people shouldn't watch other people's videos, because every video I watched, you know what, that's not true. Morgan Turner liked these. She just had an issue with the purple, but I just am like, I don't know. I didn't think I'd like these this much. This is pretty. Okay, Huda. And this is fun and like different, I feel like, for mainstream makeup, which is always exciting. Because I feel like mainstream makeup does the same thing over and over and over again. Like, we're back to mauve-y, blushy tones, and like we've been there, done that. Okay, see, that dark blue is patchy. It is patchy. And then we're kind of getting some patchiness with the purple over here. So the dark mattes, not ideal. But let me see if this one, if I can get it to stick and stay by like just tapping it versus like continuing. It's like almost like it gets patchy when I blend. So let's see if we can keep that. Okay, now it's time for the cake liner. I kind of want to do something different for the cake liner. So actually, before the cake liner, I'm going to put concealer on this eye because I'm kind of feeling something like a little fun, you guys. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's not do the same shape. Let's get a little wild and crazy. Similar to what we did on the other eye, I'm going to put that yellow back. It might be fun to like do a look combining these two. I don't know how you do it, but it could be fun. So what I kind of want to do, oh, on the lower lash line I already said I was going to do the blue and the teal. So I got to go in with this blue shade. This is a Sonia Kashuk smudge brush. We're going to go in with this like what is that, like a royal blue? Okay, where I just tapped that blue shadow, it's not really patchy anymore. It's patchy like a little bit, like right into my crease. I don't know. Okay. And then let's do this blue. And I'm just taking that into where, and I know these looks don't look finished because I don't have any liner. I will finish them. I will put liner, lashes, we'll do all of it. So we kind of just blended that into the yellow, and then I want to blend it out a little bit. I think I'm going to use that same Sonia Kashuk brush that we used with the lighter teal. And this is more of like a mid-tone teal, but we're going to just use it because I want to use every shade. Or try, not every shade, because I'm not going to use all the shimmers, but I'm a matte girl. I will use so many mattes, but I don't use as many shimmers. That's pretty. Like, okay, that's pretty. I like that. All right, so now here's what I was kind of picturing. Might be a little bit fun, is if we did like a little bit of like a, like just like dot situation. Like if I drew like little, almost like bubbles over here with the cake liner. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do a new thing of water because the other one got like to turn like a pretty dark purple from cleaning my brush off earlier. So I'm kind of picturing like a, I don't know how to describe what I want to do. Yeah, like kind of like just like little circles. I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Almost like a little like confetti like party thing. Oops. Well, that's gonna have to be a bigger circle. Drawing on the lower lash line was a mistake, but I made it. Yeah, like it's like under the sea vibes. Screw Scooby-Doo, this is Ariel. Just kidding. This one would be more like Flounder if we're really going like Little Mermaid. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna do like just a couple of like more little ones. Some of these turned into more like straight lines, but I mean that was kind of what I was going for. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's a look. I'm not sure, but I like it. I think it's fun. So what I need to do now is my base makeup and yeah, lashes and lips and all of that. So I'm gonna go do that off camera, and then I'll come back once everything is finished and give you guys a peek at the finished look. I probably could have drawn a better like little bubble situation over there, but I'm kind of happy with it. So yeah, I'll be back in like 1 second for you. Okay, so here are the two finished looks with the new Huda Beauty Color Block Obsessions palettes. I am obsessed, especially with these looks. So yeah, I'm super happy with how both of these turned out. I did use that darker matte. I thought it was getting kind of patchy, but I think it looks okay in my outer corner. So maybe the dark matte on the lower lash line only, like very little, like not trying to build it up too deep. So let's start with the purple and orange palette, because for the sake of my Phoenix Suns, I love this one. But I have some, you know, constructive criticism. So I wish we went with like we have an even split here, right? We have 3 orange mattes, 3 purple mattes. Well, not really. Okay, we have 3 orange mattes, 2 purple mattes, and then the purple matte cake liner. So then we have 3 purple shimmers and 1 orange shimmer. I wish it was a little bit flipped. Like, what if we did more purple mattes and then more orange shimmers? I just don't know, like, what are you supposed to do with these dark purple shimmers when like the dark matte shade, like shadow, doesn't really work that well? So it's like, what are you gonna do to make this more of like a color black? Like, I don't know, I just don't feel like I feel like it would have been cool if they did an orange cake liner instead of like, let's say that purple shimmer. And then if they did another orange shimmer here instead, or even like I said, like a light lavender shimmer instead of like such a dark shimmer. So that's just my 2 cents. But I know some people like to use shimmer in the outer corner, whereas I like to, like for depth, I like to only really use matte in the outer corner for depth. So could be a personal preference thing. But overall, I had a good experience with that palette, but I will say I've seen a lot of people have issues with that dark purple matte, and I didn't really use it to like its fullest potential, knowing that other people had issues. This one though, stunning, like absolutely beautiful. I was able to like avoid I did have to kind of pack that darker, this blue shade, because every time I blended it sort of got patchy, but then when I'd pack it on again and like just let it sit, it did all right. I think I love this look. I know I did like kind of like a weird little liner thing, but I thought that was fun. But yeah, I didn't use a couple of the shimmer shades here, but I just think this color story overall makes a little bit more sense for like creating looks, because you have darker mattes and lighter shimmers. So I think that works, but overall I like both palettes. Like I am very surprised. I know some people were hating on this. It's like a rubbery like front. I think it's really cool and fun, and like I just said, I really like them. I think if you like colorful shadows, you will probably like them. The shimmer shades are not the best shimmers I've ever used. They did look good once you put the finger on. They're very sparkly metallic, but they do not pick up on oh my god, hair everywhere. But they do not pick up on a brush. So go into it knowing that, but I mean, like, look at how pretty they look with the like with the finger. So I'm happy. Yeah, I like these a lot, and so I mean, I think if you're interested in the color stories, you should pick them up. I think they're really nice. They are $29 a pop, so maybe good to wait for a sale. I think her Obsessions palettes usually are like around long enough to be able to get them on sale. So I would check it out if you're interested. Let me know, which look do you like better? Do you like this blue, green, yellow, whatever it's supposed to be, blue, yellow look, or the purple, orange look? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!